All right, let's see. Me quickly. Got 1 minute left till this 5-minute candle. Let me log on quickly too. Oh, come on, man. Time to move this little. Give me a second. All right. 5-minute range. Let's see how that thing closed. We just had that 5-minute candle close, so let's see, we got the 5-minute high, and then we got the 5-minute low. Right next to that pivot point, pretty much, that 5-minute low. Nice. Got view op down there. A lot of support down there. So far, holding this 5-minute range. Kind of had these highs. Let me, second. Holding these 5-minute highs. Possibly sweeping them so far. Right, so we have these highs to the left where we just swept it. No displacement really that closed above. So now that we're doing that, let me go on the 1-minute chart real quick. Actually, let me go through the different 60-minute. We're kind of just been ranging all for a while now. We've just been ranging to the side. Almost forming a bull flag in a way on a hourly chart. Starting to form some type of a bull flag if you see it. 15-minute chart. So we're pushing above that 200. 15-minute chart holding that 200 as support. But we just been sweeping this level to the left. We swept it, no displacement. We have pre-market highs up there that have not get taken out yet. I mean, if it pushes above this high, it takes out the pre-market. It was super close. Let's see what happens here. If we can possibly get some form of a move here. See if this thing closes. I would like a deeper retrace. We're above that view op level, so... above the view up, so there is potential for the upside still. Like I said, we have not. Pre-market highs are at 25,059. So 25,059, 49, 50. So it's like right where my cursor is. Right above that 5-minute range is the pre-market highs. So there's a potential that price is going to want to go for those highs. I would like this thing to have a little bit deeper pullback before it runs up. Let's see, do we have any news? It looks like it's going for pre-market. Well, dang. We'll see, we'll play it. I kind of want to get out of this range. Daily bias. Right now, I'm bullish. As long as we stay above VWAP, I'm bullish biased. Once we start breaking below, displacing below VWAP, there is a potential price could want to go for pre-market lows. We have some lows down there, but up until, as long as we hold above the VWAP, I don't want to even look for shorts. I want to go with momentum, with what the buyers are in control. So, I just got to be careful with news-wise. Let's see. See if we got any news. So, news-wise, no, FOMC was member speaking at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., factory orders, yellow folder. So, no major news events for today to worry about. But in terms of higher time frame, you got to be careful with chop because we have been chopping for a very long time. So, for days already, so. Go back to, let's see, was it on the 5-minute or, yeah, 5-minute chart, we are in an uptrend, right? We kind of took out those highs. 15-minute chart, right? Also a bullish, we're above that, we're above the 200. Hourly chart is where you see the chop that we've had on multiple days already, just been chopping sideways in this range. We are pushing above that 200, so we'll see what happens. As long as we stay in this range, it's a tough area to do anything. I am kind of looking for longs, but I want confirmation. Let's go for some lows. Let's try to take out some lows maybe down here. Let's tap deeper into VWAP. Gives me better opportunity to potentially go for longs. We still have not taken out pre-market highs. Pre-market highs are still on the table. And that's kind of my level that I'd be looking out for up until we start really breaking through VWAP. So we're tapping that 200 right now on a 1-minute. Seeing if we can, this thing closes below this 5-minute range. You start to starts to get a little interesting, seeing what it's gonna do. The question is now: is it gonna start displacing below VWAP, or is this thing gonna push back into this 5-minute range, potentially showing that we could go for the pre-market highs? Starting to displace below VWAP. Tap VWAP right now. So just tapped into VWAP. Let's see if buyers can hold it. Buyers have got to hold the VWAP. If they can't hold it, then we're going for, it's gonna start to look ugly for the bulls at least. So this is a critical area right here. Dun, 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 dun. All right, breaking through VWAP. All right, well, we got these lows down here. We got a lot of stacked lows, so. Ooh. Interesting. Wow, okay. We're in a weird area that, like, I want to be careful here because this could be a sweep. On a higher time frame, you could see that we have these lows down here on higher time frame. This is like, you do not want to get caught in a sweep if you're trying to, like, you know, short this. So there is potential for a short, but at the same time, in an area, it's going to be above the view up if I try to short right there. So I do not want to short above view up. Also, shorting like at this gap right here, not too bad because you're going with momentum or below view up, but at the same time, this could be a sweep here. So we could start V-shaping out of it. We'll see though. Gotta wait just for a little more confirmation, something that really stands out, that looks really good. In the meantime, I'll be back. Give me a second. All right. Yeah, this is a weird area where there's more, in my eyes, although we are below view up, there is more room to the upside right now than the downside. So in terms of risk to reward, I want to see this thing get above view up, personally. Once this thing starts getting above view up, I start to get more confident for a potential long. I want to be patient. I don't want to just start hammering down random orders in the, you know. Like I said before, this wouldn't be a bad short, but it's kind of a weird freaking area. Looks like it would have worked. It's just a weird... I was scared of a reversal right there. That's the only reason I didn't. We're too close to that low. If that low was a lot further away, I would have had more confidence to target that low. But since we've pretty much double bottomed that low, I was worried that we're going to V-shape out of it. And I did not want to be caught in a reversal right there. So we've swept the low now. All right, now if we displace deeper... If we start really like displacing deeper, now it gives me, we're really now starting to displace below the view up. We haven't initially in the beginning, we haven't displaced below it. We just kind of closed below it by a low. So now that we're displacing below, it becomes more apparent for shorts that we could target some. Patience, my friends, patience. It's only Monday, so I'm gonna be patient. All right, buyers starting to step in. See, this is where I was worried about shorting down here. I knew at some point you're gonna get these buyers start to really aggressively step in. Or there's a chance for it at least. So here they stepping in pretty aggressively, but we'll see. Ooh, tough. This doesn't look like a bad short right here, up here, but Oh, the problem is I'd be shorting above the view op, which worries me. Obviously, like I said, I do not like shorting above view op. Plus, we're pushing into a time where 9:47. When you taking a trade, we'll see when I get a good setup. If I don't get a good setup, I don't take trades. I'm not here to just hammer down trades and be stupid. I actually want to make money, so I'm not here to just throw away trades because if I take a stupid loss, guess what? Now I have to make back that stupid loss before I can, get back to where I was. I know it seems like I overanalyze and everything, but that's kind of what trading is. You got to make sure being picky is good because I'm really trying to protect myself from stupid trades. Like there are moments in trading where you just get like the trade seems perfect. Like everything aligns perfectly and you love it and it's a perfect trade and it works. And then there are other moments where it's just like iffy trades where you don't know. It's like, and then you take a stupid loss on a trade that you're like, I shouldn't have took that trade. It just sets you back. Trust me, I do. Trust me, I do want to take a trade. I want to take a trade just as badly as anyone else, but I gotta be patient. And there are days where you get like setup after setup. It seems like you're getting setups like left and right in there, and there are days where you're just not seeing too much. At least I'm seeing trades, but they're not perfect. They're not good, like what I would consider a good trade. We're forming structure. You gotta let it form structure. Now that we're forming structure, this doesn't look bad for a potential. This could be setting up for a good long setup, potentially, right? Because we're starting to form structure, rejecting off of view op. If we start displacing above this structure, that could potentially start setting up for a good long position that I would possibly be willing to take. But at the same time, I gotta be careful because we got a imbalance up there, so it could reject off of the imbalance. That's something that I also gotta be cautious about. All right. Let's see this. But it's at the same time, it's like you get to a point where you got to take risks, right? There are going to be trades possibly where not everything lines up perfectly, but you're still willing to take the trade. Like you're still willing to put risk on the table. Maybe you size down because of certain conditions, certain things, but we'll see. All right, let's see how price closes. And also I want to see how price reacts off this imbalance. This could be setting up for a potential long in my eyes. Obviously, do not copy me. This is not financial advice. Don't. All right. So, tapping into that imbalance, see how this 1 minute candle closes. We got 30 seconds left. How it reacts. Do buyers hold this up? Again, it's something maybe interesting here. All right, closing strong. All right, something I possibly, be willing to, seeing if it can get a pullback here to retest this level here. Again, This is just risk I'm willing to put on the table. Nobody knows for sure what's gonna happen. This could just dump right to the lows. It's possible, but welcome to the trading world where you got to put risk on the table if you wanna. Okay. Let's see what happens. All right, buyers got to hold this level now. We got this 924 level. Buyers have to hold this level. If they can't hold it, we're going lower, but we're above VWAP. We got to hold this. If it's going to go up, this is where it's got to hold. So we are also 953. We're at that 10 a.m. reversal area, so we are at that time frame where we do get reversals. It's had this uptrend. If it can't hold VWAP, then, well, sucks. We do have pre-market highs up there that still have not got tapped. Pre-market highs are on the table. Pre-market lows are on the table. Both levels are still on the table. Nobody knows. Nobody knows where we're going. And if some trader wants to pretend that they know where we're going, it's a complete lie. Starting to break through view up. We're going to chop view up a little bit until we pick a direction. Which direction will it go? Seeing if buyers can defend this level here. Hopefully they can. Once we start breaking this high, I start to get way more confident. Because we've tested that imbalance. Like I said before, that imbalance is going to be the thing holding it back. I said that before. That's the one thing that's going to hold it back, is that imbalance. That's the one thing that worries me. Once we get above this imbalance, start to feel more confident. As of now, I mean, it's still that imbalance is kind of, I want to see buyers. We're still holding view up. We're still trying to, come on. Let's go! Yeah, it's a good long. I don't regret it. This is the whole thing. It's like, I took the long, and if I take a loss, it was still a good trade, and that's all I care about. Like, I'm completely fine with this trade. So when you take a loss on a trade that you look back and you go, well, it was a good trade, I don't mind. Like, I would take that trade again. You can walk away, even though if you took a loss, you can walk away still happy and confident that, you know, I took a good trade, but maybe it just didn't work this time. That's kind of what you want, where you want to be at. All right, buyers trying to step in. We're getting these little wicks here on a 1 minute, but we got to get this pushed above VWAP area. Let's go. I'm just hoping that they don't go for the lows one more time. I know sometimes they like to do that, where sucks, but they'll try to take out that low one more time before going up, before continuing to go up. And if you're somebody like me who has a stop down there, well, you just got targeted. But you don't know when it's gonna happen, so I can't just assume that we're gonna do that. Ugh, every time we get below VWAP, it just starts worrying me. Come on, push it. Push it. Push it. Come on. Straight shot to the upside. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on, break that high. Once we start breaking that high, I get a lot more confident. Right now, we're just chopping view up. Welcome to the view op chop. Sellers are being aggressive too. You kidding me? Come on, get away from view op. Get away from this area. Are you seriously gonna just chop view op? You bad bastards. You bastards. I hate getting stuck in chop. It's the worst. That's the one part about trading near view op is you freaking get stuck in this chop. Sometimes it reacts off view op so nicely, and then sometimes it just chops. It's looking ugly. We're back down below view op. Ugh. I don't like that wick on the 15-minute chart. Ooh, we gotta get back above. Come on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Looks like we may go lower. If we can't hold this level, I'm screwed. If we can't hold this level. This is my one defense, is this level. We've got to hold it. Come on! Yeah. I don't like this. We're going lower. I may be cooked here. I may be cooked here. Come on, get back above. Get back above you up. Come on! Let's go! Hurry up! Stop messing with me. Come on, they want to pop it. They want to pop it. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, we got to break through. We got to break through this high. Got to break through that high. Back above 200, back above UOP, it's looking really good. As long as sellers don't take over like they've been freaking doing, where you just pop it and then we drop right back down. I start to feel way more confident once we take out this, once we really push that high. Golly, bro, this is freaking wild. Sellers need to give up and stop with this BS of trying to push it lower. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? It's looking so good. All right. Oh, this chop is so annoying. This chop is so freaking annoying. Oh my gosh. This market lately has been so freaking annoying with its chop. It's like it just pushes up just to freaking drop it right back down. Like I said, we got to get above that high. Once I get above the high, then I start feeling really good. As long as we stay here, we could just chop right back down. So, ugh! Holy crap, dude. What a freaking chop fest. Be careful. Do not get chopped up in this crap. This is so dumb. Freaking price action, just garbage. Alright, I think it's picking a direction. Oh gosh. Well, I think I'm screwed here. I think I'm screwed here. Looked like such a good trade, too. Guess I was just... Wrong direction. I think I'm done for the day. It's kind of... I think it's over by now. Man, looked like such a freaking good trade. Ugh. It's alright. Bruh. I mean, it was a 50-50. To the end of the day, nobody knows what level it's I mean, pre-market highs and lows are still in play, so you really don't know. That's the view op chop up to the downside. At the end of the day, nobody knows. You just put risk on the table that you're willing to take, and you go with it. But welcome to trading. You don't know 100%. So you just play with what the information you're given. And watch, it starts chopping right back up, and now it goes. Like I said before, watch it. It sometimes takes out the lows one more time and then goes higher. You don't know when it's going to do that, whether it's just going to keep going higher or take out the lows. And so, sucks, but nobody likes to take a loss. But one thing I'm not going to do is overtrade, and if I'm not seeing it, then I'm not seeing it. Then, you know, it's probably best to... I can request my first pay. Nice. Congratulations. Yeah. Last thing I want to do is a revenge trade. Like, there's nothing else really to take here. There's just nothing. So I hate this freaking chop, dude. The worst thing in trading is absolute chop. Like, I would much rather it just stop me out right away than chop sideways for 10 minutes and then stop me out, or then run to TP. And like I said before, this is why you look at everything. I literally said it. If you look back, I literally said that imbalance is the one thing that's gonna be the thing holding it down. That's why I was a little bit worried about the long. I was like, the only thing is the imbalance. If this imbalance wasn't there, I'd be way more confident in it. But since that imbalance was there, it's a weird area. It's like it's a decent long, but it's also not the best short because we're above VWAP, which it could have easily just ripped for those highs. And I don't short above VWAP area, so it taps right off that pivot point, like to the T. Took me almost a year and a half. Dang. Yeah, as long as you got it, so congratulations. It's a good milestone to reach. Feels good. Enjoy your payout and continue trading. Don't continue doing what you've been doing. Risk management. You know, it's the most important thing in trading. Are we going to go for pre-market lows now? Before I was YOLOing accounts. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. And a lot of prop firms are starting to crack down on that. People like YOLOing accounts and just randomly, you know. Prop firms don't like that. And people get banned and stuff for that stuff. And yeah, there's no reason when you could just like, just trade, you know. Just normally trade. Everyone wants to, the problem is a lot of people want to take advantage of the system. It's like anytime you have an opportunity and you have something to, there are like tons of people that want to take advantage of everything. They can't just use the platforms they were given to actually learn how to trade and do it correctly. They want to take advantage of something. They want to look for a loophole. They want to like, bruh, why? And then they start ruining it for other people because people take advantage. People do things and then prop firms start cracking down on it. They become more strict. They implement more rules to prevent that from happening. And it's just like, look out below. Yeah. I mean, we're still bearish. I should have had probably a tighter stop. The thing about with view up area, you can have a pretty tight stop because it's like, if it doesn't go the direction I want it to, then, right, your view op's there and you could just stop out for a small loss. But then when it really picks a direction, it starts going toward that direction. Like you see this a lot of times. When we're above the view op, sometimes we start displacing above the view op and we keep going. So you can essentially, that's the good thing about view op. You can have tighter stops at the view op. And you can always get stopped out for a small loss. And then if it does pick the direction again, you can always re-enter. But obviously, you have to have a stop loss that makes sense, not just a random tight stop loss. Yeah, I'm trading NQ. Or MNQ, sorry. MNQ. Not NQ. MNQ. Oh, like I said, now there's really, I don't see anything to really. It's just a dangerous area to do anything. I mean, to go short, it's also dangerous because we can pop at any time. Going long is dangerous because we're below view op. So, like, what are we supposed to do? And that's also pay attention, right? Pay attention to what happened. This 5-minute range, again, kind of playing out pretty good. We held that 5-minute range as resistance. Once we broke down below that 5-minute range, something that I try to, like, right? I try to pay attention to patterns that happen, right? So pay attention when we were chopping in that 5-minute range, right? We kind of held it as support. Then finally, when we broke through it with momentum, I mean, looks like that would have been the play. Which I was looking at this level, but again, I was scared to take the short just because we're above view op, and I really hate shorting above view op. So that's the only reason I was scared. If this was like below the view op or at the view op, would have been way better. I figured it was gonna displace above, and we were actually gonna start going for those highs, but for next time, really got to pay more attention to that 5-minute range. We held it as resistance. Once we broke through it, we came back up and we held that as resistance to continue going lower. So, something to pay attention to for next time. Da, 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 da. Are pre-market lows now in play? I mean, pre-market lows could be in play now. I think if we break that low, we're going for pre-market lows. Let's see a higher time frame is what we're kind of doing here. 60-minute chart. Again, we're just chopping. Look at this freaking chop fest on a higher time frame. Absolute chop fest. Also should have figured, I mean, look at the fact that we're chopping so long. I should have figured we're gonna continue chopping. So we also we rejected off this just now imbalance on a 5-minute chart where the imbalance was top of that imbalance was that 900 level, also psych level 900. Oh, we just tapped into it, so that it's like right there. Dang, I'm getting tired. This chop is getting me tired. At this point, I'm like, I really don't know at this point. We're bearish. I mean, that's always going to be my bias. Anytime we're below view op, we're bearish. So, I'm always going to be that kind of like, And you could see, I mean, look, we're below view op. There's moments we got above view op. I thought we were going to continue. But, like, look at the candles to the downside when we're below view op. That massive drop should have been a red flag, too. Look at that one massive candle down. Should have been a red flag. This is just a weird area. I have no idea what it's going to do here. It's not even worth taking a trade. To the upside, it's not a good trade. To the downside, it's also not the best setup because we're at support. So, oh man, freaking A. Well, I think it may be... At a certain point, when I don't see any more trades coming up, I think it's maybe a good time to just walk away. No volume? Oh my gosh, what the heck? Welcome to TikTok. Oh, there is volume. What are you talking about? Oh, there is volume. What are you talking about? We got volume. Like a short is all like the fact that we took out these lows also is a dangerous area because when we take out these lows and you're trying to short into a level that's already got taken out, it's just like I don't see that as a good setup. I think today is just going to be chop. So that's why I'm very hesitant on taking anything else. Because, look, we've been chopping since 9:40 in the morning. And it's already almost 10:30. So pretty much an hour of just going sideways. So now it's like, all right, if a long starts to get in play and a long starts to look good and you take a long, it pushes up to these highs right here and chops all the way back down and stops you out again. Then you just get really pissed off because then you're just... That's why I'm kind of, based on previous price action this morning, I'm very hesitant to take another trade just because of chop. I really don't want to get stuck in chop. I don't think it's, so far it's not been... Based on previous, this thing could just tap this high right here and drop all the way back down. Even though you're like, well, this could start setting up for a good long position. And there you go. Start reject off of the highs. Also below, you know, that 200 is going to be a level of resistance, obviously. The 200, the view up here. But now, right now, this is kind of hold at this 901 level right there. This high is gonna hold as support. They're gonna try to hold it as support if they can't. That's like same thing I was saying with this level, right? When I took the trade, it's like they gotta hold this as support. And you see, they were trying to hold it as support here. They were trying one time. They tried a bunch of times to hold it as support. I said, if we can't hold this level as support, I'm screwed. And we couldn't hold it as support, so we went lower. Same thing with this level. If we can't hold this as support, We're going lower. We're going back all the way down to the lows if we can't hold it. But to be honest, full transparency, I think it's best to just walk away for the day. Like, this chop is just wild. We're not going anywhere but chopping sideways. So protect yourself. Like, don't understand the market we're in. And I think it's best to protect yourself. Whether you took a winning trade or you took a losing trade, right? If you took a winning trade, it's also good to protect yourself from possibly trading more, because if you get stuck in chop and take a loss when you should have just walked away, should have just walked away, you know, then you start beating yourself up about it. And that's exactly why it's important to look at higher time frames, right? Look at the hourly chart. Right? Look at the hourly chart. Look, straight chop. I mean, we've technically been just chopping sideways since about February 12th. So, 12th. That was a long, that's a long chop fest. And even as far as going back, looking at, right, just pre-market price action, it's just been kind of, it's been a decent range chop, but chop nonetheless. And, right, like, look at this. Boom, down back to the lows, down... back up, down, back, up, down, up, down, up, down. I trade best in these market conditions. Yeah, it just depends on what kind of trader you are. Some traders love this market condition. I mean, if you're a type of like reversal trader, if you're somebody that trades reversals, this is like a great, this is great price action for you. Versus if you're somebody that takes breakouts or possibly break and retests or any of that sorts of things, that's worse market conditions for you. Then you're the one, right? If you take breakouts, you're kind of the one getting chopped up versus the one who takes reversals. This is like golden A+ price action. So that's why you can't really even say, oh, this is shitty price action or this price action sucks. It sucks for me. It does not necessarily suck for someone else. This may be amazing price action for someone else. But it's important to recognize the market you're in and not be greedy. Like if I was to take a trade, not be greedy just based on previous price action that we've been chopping sideways. So I can't expect a crazy move when we've been chopping sideways since February 11th on a higher time frame. Looking for a reversal soon. Super bullish on the day overall. Yeah, I was bullish too. I don't regret. Here's the thing. I don't regret the trade I took. I really don't. It looked good for a trade, for a long setup. It looked pretty good. Like, looked good other than that imbalance right there. I knew that imbalance could be a problem. And it was. So, no. Other than that, it looked like a pretty decent setup. I mean, I've seen these kind of setups happen, and it just V-shapes out of it to the upside. Today's obviously not the day. But all right, I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and I think I'm just gonna walk away because this chop is There's nothing to do here. There's really nothing to do here, and I don't think it's going to get better. I think it's just going to keep chopping sideways. Maybe it makes a move. Who knows? It could, but we're already getting to that 11 o'clock mark, so pushing that almost 10:30. So we also could just chop sideways till 11 o'clock to 11:30, and I think trading is about waiting for the setup. You get it. You take a win. You take a loss. You walk away. It is what it is. Now, some of the days where you get good setups left and right, then you take advantage of those days. The days where you don't get good setups left and right, well, you walk away and you protect yourself. Exactly my strategy. Yeah, I figured that's your strategy since you've been doing. That's like pretty much that's like the only strategy today that's really like working really well. Yeah, it's chop suey to the max. This is really like, this is devastation to somebody who trades break and retests, breakouts. Like, imagine somebody trying to take that breakout and then just getting chopped right back down, possibly getting stopped out. So that's why I'm hesitant to take any more trades. I mean, I'm just like, I don't want to take unnecessary loss if the market's not in my favor for my strategy. All right, if you have any questions, the last chance, give it a couple more, like a minute left, and then I'm just going to hop off. There's really no reason for me to stay on here. If this was decent price action, I would stay on longer, but since the price action is complete garbage, I don't see a reason to stay on here. Just tempt myself to take a stupid trade, possibly. So, all right. So, all right. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully we get some better price action tomorrow. Today is just shitty price action, at least for me. So, other than that, not a, you know, it is what it is. Got a whole week left. But y'all stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. Don't blow up your account. If it's not working out, then best to walk away. Don't blow up accounts. So, other than that, peace out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.